Hi and welcome, here's J&M again with a new tutorial about adding drivers for shape keys in Blender. In the previous tutorial I added shape keys for this model here that we can control with this slider. But wouldn't it be cool if we could create a custom interface for controlling these values? I will do this by adding a single bone that I use as an interface to control the shape keys value. After adding the bone you can select it, switch to edit mode and change the position and the size as you like. After that, select your shape key, right-click the value slider and choose Add Driver. Okay, the driver is added. Then I open up a new window and choose the graph editor and switch to Drivers. Then I select my shape key and the drivers tab and switch from scripted expression to average value. For the object I select armature and my bone, and the type I set to Y location and the space to local space. Alright, and when I select the bone now and switch to pose mode and move the bone up and down, it already affects my shape keys. The only problem is that I can move the bone to every location now, but I would like to limit this to the min and max values of the shape key. But that's also quite simple. First select the Constraint tab, then switch to Pose mode with the bone selected, and click the button to go to the bone constraints. Then select the Limit Location constraint. Select the checkboxes for minimum and maximum Y. For the conversion I use local space. And then I set the max value to 1.1 because this is the max value I use for my shape key. Okay, now the movement of the bone is limited. Very nice, but we can still move it along the X and Z axis. But to avoid this we could lock the transform for these axes. And when you press the G key now to move the bone, you can just move it up and down. Alright, we're almost done, but if you would like to add a bit more fancy interface than this simple bone, you could for example switch to a new layer and add a new object like a torus. Once I added this, I scale this down a little bit and apply the scale, and then I go back to the first layer, select the bone, then the bone tab, and for the custom shape I choose the torus. And that's it, now you can select the torus in pose mode and move it around to set the shape key's value. Bones and drivers can be used for example for facial rigging and animation. I will come up soon with a video about this topic. The last thing that I want to point out, if your gizmo points to the wrong direction, be sure to set the transform orientation from global to local. Okay guys, I hope you find this video useful, and if you do, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel to not miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching this and thanks for your support if you support me on my Patreon, and come back soon to J&M.